Well, so far the Brewers are winning, although it's not over yet.
And you got to figure a nice summer night, Brewers game. Where's Gillespie going to be? Out at County Stadium.
You bet. I wish you could join me out here. It is a beautiful night for baseball as the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Detroit Tigers in Game 2 of their series. Right now, the game is in the 8th inning, and the Milwaukee Brewers have a lead by a score of 7-5. Right now, they're in the middle of a pitching change. Now, let's take a look at some of the highlights. The Tigers were the first to score in the 2nd inning. Cecil Fielder hit a line shot to left. Glenn Braggs couldn't make the catch. It was ruled a home run. Fielder's 12th. Now, the replay, however, showed that the ball bounced off the padding. It should have been a double, but it was ruled a home run. It was 1-0 Tigers. The Brewers took the lead in the 2nd. Glenn Braggs laced a double down the left field line off Frank Tanana. Greg Brock scored. After 2, Milwaukee led 2-1. The wind was blowing out again tonight, and the Brewers took advantage in the 3rd. Paul Molitor led off the inning with his 2nd home run. 3-1. Brewers on top. Now, later in the inning, 2 men on base. Rob Deere up to bat. He crushes his 7th home run of the year. A 3-run shot way over the left field wall. 6-1 Milwaukee, and that was all for Tanana. The Tigers, however, ripped Jamie Navarro for 4 runs in the 4th inning. Tony Phillips strokes a 2-run homer over the right field wall. That cut the Brewer lead to 6-5. The Brewers added a run in the 7th inning. Right now, the game is in the 8th, and the Brewers lead it by a score of 7-5. Other American League action tonight, Chicago beat Toronto by a score of 4-1. A big night for Chicago's Ron Kittle. He hit a pair of home runs. This 2-run shot gave the Sox a 4-1 lead. Now, if the Brewers hold on and win tonight, the Blue Jays will be 2 full games behind first place Milwaukee. Oakland down the New York Yankees 5-0 behind Dave Stewart. Minnesota over Cleveland 6-5. Kansas City leads Texas 9-4 in the 8th inning. It's California 2, Baltimore nothing in the 3rd. Boston leads Seattle 1-0 in the 2nd inning. Over in the National League, the Cubs beat Atlanta by a score of 10-8. Andre Dawson tied this game in the 9th with a homer. Then in the bottom of the 11th, he hit his 2nd home run of the day, a 2-run shot way over the center field wall. The Cubs come from behind to beat the Braves in Wrigley this afternoon by a score of 10-8. Other National League games, Montreal over the Dodgers 9-1. The Mets beat the Giants 4-1. Pittsburgh over San Diego 10-2. Philadelphia and Houston tied up at 2-2 in the 8th inning. In NBA news today, Jimmy Rogers has been fired as the head coach of the Boston Celtics. He was their head coach for 2 seasons. 3 games on tap in the NBA playoffs tonight. Let's check those scores. Phoenix leads the Lakers 31-26 2nd quarter. San Antonio losing to Portland 41-35 in the 2nd. The New York Knicks got whipped by Detroit 112-77. Isaiah Thomas led the way with 21 points. 2 came on that drive. Detroit takes a 1-0 lead in that best-of-7 series. You know, usually when a Big Ten running back finishes school, he goes on to the NFL, but that's not the case for former Wisconsin running back Marvin Artley. Marvin's found a new profession. Marvin Artley had a reputation in the Big Ten as a tough, battering and bruising running back. Now, the equipment is different now, but the reputation is the same. Marvin grew up in Chicago's inner city fighting for survival. Now he's fighting for a living.
I'm a very aggressive person, and this is a very aggressive sport.
While Artley may have been forced to defend his honor for most of his 22 years, at this sport, he is nothing but a rookie.
Don't think about it. Do it. No, jab.
It's a slow process. You can't really rush into this game of boxing. You have to take your time.
But then Artley has been moving at an accelerated speed.
In the heavyweight division, I never seen a guy with the hand speed that this guy's got. Marvin Artley go as far as boxing as he let Marvin Artley go. I think that he's a diamond in the rough.
You see, Marvin has been boxing for 9 months. In fact, his first pro fight is set for next week in Madison. He's had 6 amateur bouts and won them all by knockout.
I mean, with the punching power that he's got, he's the kind of guy that can be behind in the 6th round and just throw that punch to end it all.
It's very important when you're in the ring boxing with an opponent not to lose your cool, because you're going to get hit. I mean, it's not a boxer out there that never got hit. And when you get hit, it's just a matter of composing yourself and not getting upset, because when you get angry, you do stupid things and you can get hurt that way.
And the Brewers still lead by a score of 7-5 in the 8th. That's sports. We'll be right back.